Okay, well, today we're going to have a look at Shadow Raid on Death Wish difficulty. There's going to be two of us. Basically, it's exactly the same strategy you'd use if you're doing this solo, but it just means you've got an extra set of hands carrying bags. With me today is Avrith, aka Dave.
Hi there.
And yeah, alright, so first off, let's have a look at loadouts. So obviously we're both bringing silenced weapons in suits, and we've both have the skill to bring body bags, so that's what we're doing. It saves us having to spend pre-planning points with those. Now the first thing that you want in pre-planning is definitely the thermite paste. That means that you can access the sewers, and that's generally the main way you'll get bags out of the facility. Because we don't have to get anything else like body bags, which generally are a must, we can spend those extra ones on a zip line that allows us to get bags out through the roof, which means that we can either go up or go down to get our bags out of there. Alright, now we are running Hoxhud as well. If you've never used that before, definitely worth looking into. You can see what it's doing in the top right and a bit in the bottom right, and a few other things that are going on as well. Now one of the most important things about this is speed. You've got 8 minutes until the helicopter arrives. Now that helicopter will either arrive with more troops, which will just cause you nightmares, and then your success rate will significantly go down, or it'll just drop a crate, at which point you're safe to not have to worry about anyone else beyond that point. Okay, what we're doing here is putting the thermite paste on and getting through the sewers. I'll leave Dave to get through on that that route, and I'll head to the roof to get in another way. Now we do have the guard coming up this way, so we'll just wait for him. You only have 4 pages to use in this one, so it's no point in using it on anyone outside at all. There are 5 guards inside the warehouse itself, so you want to spend it on 4 of those. Now, with the 5 guards inside, they will patrol and some of them will be stationary. If you get into the facility very quickly, you actually may watch them walk to a point where they will then stay stationary for the rest of the map. So it may even be a minute or 2 into the game that they will finally reach that permanent stationary spot. So in some ways it is worth waiting for someone to get to that spot before you, waiting to see if they do get to a spot like that before you start killing people. But other times it's just a must.
I hope they're worth giving this marching powder to our boys.
Okay, I've got a camera up here and I've also got a guard walking through. Coming for the roof.
Open those murky water containers. If anything has illegal loot, it will be them.
And like I was saying, we might just let him walk on, just to see if he gets to a point that he stops. Now it's currently, first thing we want to do is take out the cameras, which is on me. That's the camera room right there. Here's a crowbar. There's a couple of crowbars around the level, I think about 4 or 5. There's one in the sewers, which is generally always in the sewers, which is what Dave will be carrying at the moment. And that helps you open boxes and obviously get gear out. Alright, so kill number 1 is always going to be this guy. He's the absolute must because he is watching the cameras.
I mean, I didn't see any.
And he drops a keycard as well. He's the only person in the whole map that is guaranteed to drop a keycard. Keycards can be used to open these containers just here, or to open the safe down the bottom you need 2, and generally a partner as well to do that.
I'm not gonna tell you your business, but
Alright, I've got a second keycard up here, just outside the security room.
Roger that.
Okay, so now there's still 3 guards up. Don't have eyes on anyone at the moment. But what we just basically want to confirm is whether they are still moving, or if we finally got them stationary. Got a guy coming down the stairs on you at the moment.
You?
I'd say that's probably the guy that was on the roof, which means it's safe to move to the roof. And I can start moving bags across.
Watch it, guys. We're invisible. Got one over here. Got one over here.
Now, to complete this, you need 12 bags. Generally what I'd recommend is getting 12 bags out and getting them in the van before you worry about anything else. Because you have a minute after the alarm sounds, you may as well have won the map before you start getting greedy. So I believe this is my second bag, and I'd say it looks like Dave's got 2 bags in the sewer at the moment. Is that right, Dave?
I was counting before. I make it maybe 4.
Alright, cool.
I think I saw a documentary about that on National Geographic.
One strategy we have previously used for that is if you put a bag somewhere where it's considered captured, you just type into chat the number of that bag it is. So if you're the first person to put a bag down, you say 1. If someone else does, then they say 2, and so on, so that you know what your count is at. Really, the biggest risk in that is I think I've got grenades set to 5, so if I forget to press enter, we could be in trouble. So we'll stick
I
with.
think it has undone us before.
I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, got another guy up on the roof. Was that just a civvy?
The civvy, sorry.
Alright. Alright, so I've got another guard down up here, so we've got 1 guard left. You can see we're now just hitting 6 minutes. Oh, actually, sorry, I was wrong. It's not 8 minutes, it looks as though it's 6. So now what we want to do is just keep an eye out off the side here and see what kind of helicopter's coming. So you can see there the helicopter's carrying a crate, which means that no more guards are coming. So all we have to do is take it easy around the 2 guards we've got left, and we should be able to win this easily. Have you seen the guards recently? Do you know if we've got guys that are moving around? Or?
One guy in the warehouse here with me.
Okay, so that's going to be a painting in there. And we've got a crate in there. So I do have silent drilling, so I could drill these open instead of using keycards. But at the moment, because we do still have security moving around, it's not worth the risk.
Panic area.
Watch out, guys.
Might be best to enter the warehouse from the roof.
Is that guy stationary?
Catwalk.
Got a guard.
That guy does look as though he's stationary, doesn't he?
He does indeed.
Alright, good, so we may at least have 1. He is sort of in the way if we want to get access to the safe. But we'll see if...
It's a problem.
We'll see if we can find where this other guy is, because it seems like we've had a bit of quiet for a while.
Guard over here.
I see a torch behind the truck over there, but
Yeah, there's a guy there.
generally
He could be stationary too, so we'll just keep an eye.
Stay back.
Just got a civvy below me.
civvy.
So the question is whether the guy over behind the truck can see the guy in front of the safe, because the safe's guy's the one we want to take out.
You kill civilians like this, we're gonna lose all our cash paying cleaner costs.
Oh, I don't have any body bags on me. Just gotta... just place them somewhere.
case right here.
Yeah, I'd say they're both stationary.
Well, I think we can't tiptoe around the safe guy and clear out the warehouse.
Yeah, just gotta work out if he's in the line of sight of the other guy. I don't think he is, but the civilians, right? It's in the exact same spot the last one was. Probably want to be moving these bags up here anyway, because the zipline will get them closer to their end destination.
We will need to walk through regardless though, so we can leave 2 bags of light.
Yeah, I reckon we're pretty clear for this guy. He dropped the security key as well.
I think I got the radio wet when I was washing my hands.
Well, the 2 cages downstairs don't appear to have any crates.
Alright, cool. Yeah, and they're good, so you can see in there's nothing worth looting. Did you check in the basement for anything?
I did indeed, there was nothing.
Okay, now with this you just got to be a little bit careful because the key card is right there. If you're a little off, you might waste a key card. Just make sure I've got everything up here. Actually, we have 2 spare key cards anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Perhaps we can wave them at the guards on the gate.
Okay, now even though we have access to the safe and we can open it, we don't want to do it just yet, because if anyone sees the open door, that's enough for an alarm anyway, so better safe than sorry, leave that till the last thing you do. Also, when going to this, you want to crouch, just because there are guards obviously down there, and they may see you. Also be careful when doing this that you want to press F, not G, as G will chuck your bag into the pool of cops down the bottom.
bully on getting bagged.
Got a guard.
Is that the warehouse clear?
I think so.
Alright, well, what we'll do then is we'll just take the safe route and we'll move everything that we've already got over there over. Just make sure we've got... Alright, cool. Alright, let's head down and across.
I'll shift this artifact up to the rooftop
yeah.
while you do some legwork.
Now what's good about using the zip line as well is it means that you don't have to walk the bags across the face of the gate, which is really your only point at this where you've got a risk of being caught. Like so.
That's the first one, guys. Keep working.
And Stu will show you proper procedure how to throw the bags off the roof here, because that also can sometimes guards off.
Yeah, you don't want to throw it from too far away, you don't want a high arc. But you can get an idea of how much faster this is than if you were just having to walk it all through the sewers.
If you're playing high stakes poker, this step isn't entirely necessary. But with 17 long minutes under your belt, you might as well get the guaranteed win.
Did he just see you or something?
Can't see me through a stone.
I got a loot bag. Got a loot bag into the vehicle. One loot bag secured. Got a loot bag.
All right, that'll keep.
Now that is the win, but there's a lot more money that we've got at our fingertips that we can go get from here. Every piece of the samurai armor is worth 1 million each, so that's 4 million that we can just grab now safely, because even if we get seen, we've got plenty of time to just run for the escape.
We'll also bag that artifact that the helicopter so kindly dropped in the middle of the square.
Okay, now if you are doing this solo, you actually can get away with it if you are lucky enough to get a keycard drop that close. You can just use one and then grab the second and chuck it in before the timer goes. But be careful with that, because if you do kill the timer, it won't ever give you another chance in that game. Now, there are more crates outside that may have items in them, but generally they'll only have money, so it's not worth the risk and how long it actually takes. Because you've got to just cat and
Diminishing
mouse.
return.
Yeah, exactly. You've got a cat and mouse around all those guards outside that we haven't taken any down of. So yeah, you're definitely better off just restarting the game.
Players, you can have people. Sorry, on the roof on spotting for you in various locations, but nevertheless, one person still has to play that mouse.
We are just going for the one artifact though, because it is 1,000,000, and it isn't that tough to get to. Alright, so any of the ones that will have stuff in them are labelled with the murky water, like this one. So just have a quick check in here, see if there's anything. No, normally there may be money just sitting up on top of that, but you can see it's not a guarantee. Now this guy in the middle is a guarantee. Just open that bad boy. There's an artifact, which does mean you need a little bit of time to move out, so make sure the coast is clear, because you are not moving very fast at all. And we have a problem. Alright, let's get moving that money. So this was also a good example of...
Door.
So this door here will open and has guys come out, which are really the only threat to you. We do have grenades, yep. So now we just have a minute to get to the truck, which I might have to spend the whole time moving this, but if Dave can move quickly... Dave, if you want to get that up, yeah, just chuck it, go grab the other one. I should be able to run back for it.
More than one, I'm afraid.
That's alright, grab one, run, and I'll run back and get the other one. We've got this.
I got a loot bag.
Okay, the artifact's in.
Hopefully we have a textbook failure on our hands.
Oh, we'll be cutting it close. Dump it, run.
Great work.
There we go. So that's why you do that
Oh,
last,
well.
just to make sure that that you do get away. But yeah, hopefully that gives you a little insight on how to do that one, and happy hunting.